Well, I'm typically photographed in LA when I leave the house, paparazzi type of photograph. So I'm somewhat aware of that anyway. And no woman wants to walk around with a bruise on her face. So if I do have a bruise on my face or someplace visible, the main thing, you have to ice right away to reduce swelling, because no amount of makeup can fix swelling, but it's very manageable if you ice it really soon. Arnica is also a great.
She always covers. She always puts on.
And then
she always does
cover
this.
Up a bruise. You obviously put foundation first.
Then why didn't you use makeup when you were at court for your TRO?
I used a bruise kit. Not a bruise kit. It's a theater makeup kit, a color correction kit.
The story doesn't make sense. She said, I always put it on. Nobody wants to be seen with a bruise, except when I go for a TRO. And then lo and behold, paparazzi's out there when I'm coming out of having gotten it ex parte without Johnny Depp being there.
The witness to.
That's what you could show counsel.
What's going on here?
This is what I was talking about as a color correction kit. This is not obviously the exact one I used to carry, but I used to carry it with me all the time. Sometimes this pink is sometimes a little bit more purple of a hue, and sometimes the kits are 3 colors. You can get them in 3 or 4 colors. Sometimes they have even more. But the idea is that you want to counteract whatever color you're working with on the bruise. So the first day of bruising, the immediate is red. Red is what shows up right away. So you want to go with the opposite on the color wheel by dabbing on a bit of the green or something to counteract the red. After a day or 2, you get more purple in a bruise. So you'd obviously have to go with more of the red tones, the orange tones here. Day 2 for me was always the trickiest because day 2 I feel like, day 1 and day 2 are hardest for me because that's when you get the most blues and purples and you have to deal with the sensitivity. Bruises don't like to be touched. That's the whole point. So that's the trickiest part. But after a few days, that becomes more of that blue becomes more of a brown, yellowish browns, like 5-7 days in becomes more of a yellow green. And then fades into a brown and then into your skin. And whatever color you're working with in the bruise, you want to go opposite color on the color wheel. The opposite, in the first couple of days when you have more of the typical bruise color, the blues and the purples, you want to go more of the orange on the color wheel as opposed to the greens that you start with. And then it progresses from there. I also noticed that bruising on your face tends to heal a lot faster than, at least for me, it was faster healing than bruises on my body, or at least it seemed like that to me. And a nose is pretty much unrecognizable after a day or 2, depending on how much you ice it.
Unrecognizable is what she's saying is the injury that she sustained of this alleged abuse. Unrecognizable, and
if you wear lipstick, I suppose.
We heard some testimony of people in the week of May 21st to 27th saying that you didn't wear a stitch of makeup. Oh, was that true?
Objection, hearsay.
Overruled.
They just don't know what they're talking about. I always wear makeup.
You always wear makeup?
It's part of my bathroom routine in the morning. Wash my face. I put on moisturizer.
These are the unnecessary details. Just
foundation in it, and I'm certainly not going to walk around LA with bruises on my face
unless it's for a TRO hearing.
Okay.
I think that's
all right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and take our lunch recess at this time. Again, do not do any outside research and do not discuss the case with anybody. And we'll see you in an hour, okay? Thank you.